Good morning, everybody, and happy, what is it? It's Tuesday, right? Good morning, everybody. If you're here with me on YouTube or here on the Discord chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us early in this morning on the stream here. Oh my goodness, look at everybody here showing up early. I love to see that. Good morning, SW Rookie, Luna, Grateful Trader. Good morning. Nice trades this morning. Good morning, Kofifi, Liquid Flows, Jim and stuff. Good morning, Beans, Easy E, Driss. Good morning, Panchua, Big G, Savage, D-Rocker, Silent NW. Good morning, Benny Trades. Good morning, Riri, Cyrus. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Kirk, Three Lions, Luis, Nasir, Legendary Paul, Josh, Dwayne. Good morning, Richard, There by Air, L Short, Chris Davis, Rob G, Tony Charles, Peter Milne, Forward, Scott Bro, Aladdin, Kevin, Amer, Jason, Marcio, The Sunrise Driver. Good morning, Ricky, Shaw, Light, Midland Trader, Nick, Mitch, One Man Wolfpack, Alex, Norman, Michael. Good morning, Joseph, RJ, Mr. Moon. Good morning, Ilita. Good morning, Michael, Lowman 2. Good morning, Go SPVC. Good morning, Marco. Good morning, Turbo Life, Whenever Trading. Good morning, John, Taco Master, Martin, Technical Trader, Stepfather, SVER, G-Lines. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, O'Keefe's on the Run. Dejan, Ghost T, Dylan, TR, Bob, Tree Frogs. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jeremy, Ian, Jackie, Joshua. Good morning, everybody. Well, look at this. Markets are trending to the top side here. We had this flush overnight, and we had a little baby flush, but we made a higher low there. So we are kind of heading up higher on the TradingView chart. We can see over here, we had some equal highs that we busted on through. This could be a liquidity grab to the top side, but very dirty, disgusting price action to the downside. But here's the rub, right? Here's what we're looking at today. Yesterday was a really good chance for the bears to take control. Let's look at the 1 hour here. Yesterday was a really good shot for the bears to take control because look at this. Look at this candle, right? Look at that. It keeps going and going and going all the way from down there, right? And this is what the bears stepped up to do. They went and they tried to sell the market and they went, that's as much as they could sell it. Isn't that interesting? Right? Yesterday, bears want to sell back this move, take this short, and then they go up and they're really, really strong for it. And they go, that's it. That's all they could do. That's all the bears could do. And then look at this. We make we touch our level here, 433.5. And we go back down, we sweep liquidity below that level, and now we're back above our level of 480. Is this all the bears had in store for the markets? Is this it? Is this the best that they could do? So I'm just not really convinced by the downside story here. I'm more thinking that we're probably going to be touching up into this overhead supply. So we do have data coming out this morning. Good morning, Mars 2.0. Good to see you. We do have data coming out this morning, believe it or not. We didn't have any data coming out yesterday morning. It was very dull yesterday in the sense of lack of data coming out. By the way, I haven't taken any trades. I think I said that, right? No trades yet. Haven't taken any trades, but we do have some data that is going to be coming out this morning. So on the docket today at 8:30, we do have a couple things that are coming out. We have the Canadian New Housing Price Index, which should be interesting. So America's top hat, Canada, up there to the north, the Great White North, they're going to be releasing at 8:30 for the New Housing Price Index. We also have the Philly Fed non-manufacturing activity for January. So that's some inflationary data that's going to be coming out. And that should be stirring some volatility in the markets here. Outside of that, we do have Redbook retail sales are going to be out at 8:55 this morning. And then we do have at 10 a.m. the Richmond Fed manufacturing activity for January. So both the Philly Fed and Richmond Fed are coming out with data today. Richmond Fed out at 10, Philly Fed out at 8:30. In about 24 minutes here. So that's going to be coming in pretty hot. We do have two auctions out by the Treasury today. We do have a 52-week bill auction and a 2-year note auction. So some nice auctions out by the Treasury. It'll be interesting to see how the markets are receiving that. And then, of course, we do have Netflix out with earnings after the bell. Netflix did come out with a little bit of a presser this morning, a little bit of a news release. They have picked up the WWE. So that is going to be streaming now on Netflix starting, I believe, 2025. Let me see here. Yeah, beginning 2025, the new home of WWE Raw. So that's what's going to be happening with Netflix. And then they're reporting earnings after the bell today. So very exciting to kick off more earnings here. We did have earnings out from Raytheon. As I said yesterday on yesterday's stream, we were talking about how analysts were really shooting below the numbers because the numbers were not looking good when the analysts were assigning these estimates. So I think we had mostly top and bottom line beats across the board here. I'm just looking across here. Johnson & Johnson had some good news coming out as well. I'm just going back to seeing if I have my reports here on Procter & Gamble. Also, we also had Procter & Gamble out with earnings that they beat, I believe, only on the top line. I'm just trying to see here. Maybe it all got wazzy-wooed out of the place here. But yeah, we did have a lot of beats going off the rip here. So a lot of interesting stuff going on this morning. Let's see, P&G. So they reported $1.84, and then their revenue was a miss. So, a beat and a miss, but not a miss by much. And I believe their guidance is strong. And we also had a tier one reiterating their buy rating at the target of $175. So things are looking up and up, and I think that earnings are what's going to be carrying the market if it continues to trend upward. The S&P is kind of flat here. Let's go over to Bookmap. Let's do this right here. Bookmap. This is the S&Ps right here. If you like sideways markets, if you like trading markets that are as flat as a board, this has been the S&Ps kind of skittering around in less than a 10 handle range here up and down. But yeah, S&Ps have been flat, but you can see it's not doing much to the sell side. Anytime we try to sell here, it's been picked up. They've been buying these dips, and we've seen a lot of funds kind of supporting these moves. Same kind of deal for the NQ, a little bit more volatile, and this is why we love to trade it. We had this big sweep down, and then this big draw of liquidity I want to draw your attention to right here. This big draw of liquidity, you can see how much absorption there was on the bid there. So that was your tell. Unfortunately, I was sleeping like a baby when that was happening. We'll go back into the trading view. Check out the 5 minute here. You can see that sweep right down here. In fact, let's go to the 1 minute so we can get more granular here. But there's that sweep right below our level of 433.5. That happened at 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Unfortunately, I do actually have to sleep from time to time. So yeah, missed that liquidity sweep. And then we had a potential retest of that 433 level. And this is usually your tell. So if you miss that move right here, if you miss this draw of liquidity to the downside right here, your tell can be the gap between that draw and then this draw of liquidity where you have folks that are firming up. And what does that look like on the book map over here? Well, it looks like this, where we have sort of let me go back to that time right here. You have them sort of spiking the ball, a little Gronk spike in the end zone, and then them picking up the slack. And then you can see this little gap of liquidity. That's your sign there to go long, and then just kind of hold it with the stop below, maybe at 433.5. Of course, I did not get any of it. I haven't traded this morning, but by golly, if you did, that would be a nice move there. Going back to the 5 minute, those little draws of liquidity are your answers. We did clear back above the VWAP. We tested a 480 bounce rate off of it. We didn't even go back down to the VWAP, and then we are screaming Willie beaming right back above there. So again, I do see some strength in the market. I'm just trying to find a good entry to be able to ride this. Let's see how this data presents itself. Got to ask now, does anybody have any trades on whatsoever? Does anybody have? Mr. Kofifi caught that. Look at that. Thanks to the sweep there. Very, very nice, Kofifi. Oh, goodness. Are my sounds not working? I had to reset my sound stuff, so this might not be working here. Let me see. Yeah, I got to get this all back again. There we go. Getting that. Let's try that again. Hey, there we go. We got sounds back on the deck here. Nice work there, Mr. Kofifi. There we go. So not a lot of trades I'm seeing. Oh, look at that. Midland Trader caught it as well. Very, very nice there. Nice work there, Midland Trader. Looks like Midland caught it for 1,400. Kofifi caught it for 1,400. You folks are in the 1,400 club this morning. Love to see that stuff. So very, very nice work from everybody out there. Everybody who made today theirs already. So if you made $1,400, it's all about keeping that profit on lockdown and waiting for the best opportunities across the board here and seeing if that can pepper into some nice trades this morning. Light is down $800. That's okay. If you're feeling out of the pocket, maybe just take the rest of the day off. If you're feeling like, you can make some money and maybe find some good trades, stay in the pocket and see if there's any opportunities. It is increasingly difficult to obviously trade when there's not much momentum on the table, when there's not much liquidity being contracted, unless you get really nice entries and you have continuations on trades. So just keep that in mind the next time you're trading, because it can be, obviously, trading is very, very difficult. Looking over the Mag 7 right now, we do have Apple is perking back up. Mag 7, of course, I talk about every single morning in the morning memo. Posted our levels for that today. And again, I do see some nice upside targets. We did have a little pullback in names like Meta and Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, Google yesterday. But I do see a lot of those bottoming out. So I think it's going to be data dependent on this Philly Fed data. If this does actually move the markets around, if that does happen, we could see some interesting trades coming across the board. But for the time being, we are kind of just struggling to hold above this level. You can see this is just that overhead supply. In fact, I'll just change the name of that. So we're all on the same page, but there we go. We have some overhead supply that we're kind of wrestling with here. If we were to clear through that, again, we have some messy liquidity. If we do clear through that, the upside level would be back at that 523 level if we do actually make that there. How do you draw your order blocks? Well, very carefully. I'm just kidding. Let's see if there are any to draw, in fact. We do have, not the cleanest bout of liquidity here, but on the 15-minute, the problem is that we didn't have a takeout really on this candle here, so I'd like to make this a valid order block, but we can't. And so it's difficult. When you have muddier liquidity like this, these are more regarded as order flow zones. So if we're looking at this right here, this can be considered a bullish order flow zone. So we mark that off as bullish order flow instead of an actual order block because it doesn't meet all of the criteria there. So yeah, we do have bullish order flow down here. In fact, it's technically kind of resting all down here, but we can leave that on the chart. If we have anything to the top side here, we still have some bearish order flow, which is paired with that overhead supply that we will see if that gets interacted with today. But yeah, this doesn't create a nice pattern for us to trade. So if we can clear through this muck and start getting back above to the top side here, it can make for a better trade. Yesterday was, like I said, just not a huge drawdown in regards to how much we moved up here. This was not very impressive by the bears, and I would have liked to see a lot more volatility yesterday. I did take a couple trades yesterday. I did end up $1,500 in my live account, so I didn't trade that for the rest of the day, but I did trade some more combines just to get some screen time in, some practice in. Ended up making a couple bucks on those combines, so that was nice. Didn't trade any XFAs, but yeah, just $1,500 on the live. I'm on a $6,000 upswing on the live account right now. So again, it's all about stacking those bricks and making that happen right there. And I just want to continue along that path of just being slow and steady and trying to build up that account as much as I possibly can. Joshua says, good morning, Ribs. Quick question. I want to use a trade copy across multiple funded accounts. Tops Up says only one live account. How do you accomplish that? You use this right here. So you can copy as many combines as you want. You can trade an unlimited number of combines. Usually you just want to really only trade 3. But I use Replicanto on NinjaTrader. If you're using Trade of 8, you don't have to pay for a trade copier. It's free. And if you're using Quant Tower, there's a built-in trade copier as well. So if you're not looking to pay one lifetime fee for Replicanto to use on NinjaTrader, consider using Trade of 8. Consider using Quant Tower, because it is a better option if you're not looking to shell out any extra cash. But I use NinjaTrader myself. I use Replicanto, and it works out very, very well. To your question there, if you're talking about only one live account, that just means that they give you, if you make it to the live stage, you can have one live account, but still have 3 XFAs in tandem. And that's where I'm at right now. I have live account, I have XFAs, and I also have combines. I trade combines when, I'm not looking to put risk on. I'm trying to build up as much profit as I can amongst all of the accounts where I can take payouts. So you can trade all 4, but the thing is, on your live account, it's on a different connection. So technically you could only trade your 3 XFAs at one time or trade your live account at one time. There is no way, at least in NinjaTrader, to link all of your accounts, the 4 accounts, your live and your 3 XFA. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you don't have a live account and you don't even have XFAs, try to get to the XFA stage first, trade really, really well, and see if they call you up to live. Just focus on getting those 3 XFAs if that's your MO. Don't worry about the live stuff. It'll come if you continue to put on really, really nice trades and you do really, really well in the markets. So we are perking up here. I am probably going to wait those 14 minutes until the data comes out. Please, if you are new here, make sure you are subscribed to the stream. Make sure you have your notifications turned on. It's that button right down below. It says subscribe. Just make sure you click that button. Make sure your bell notifications are turned on so you get notified anytime we go live here. And make sure you hit a thumbs up on the video. If we get to 300 likes, lickety split, we will do a poll in here for the NQ. Right now we're at 100 likes. I think you folks can do better than that. Let's try to get to 300 likes here very quickly so we can run that poll on the NQ. You can do live and sim in Quant Tower. I didn't know that. Yeah, so I think you can have multiple connections. The whole thing is that you're only allowed to have one active rhythmic connection at a singular time in NinjaTrader. And there's the real rhythmic connection, and then there's the Top Step rhythmic connection. So What data? My economic calendar is clear today. So like I said at the top of the call, we do have a couple pieces coming out. On the bottom of the hour, right on the dot, we do have the December new housing price index for Canada, and we do have the Philly Fed non-manufacturing activity for January coming out for the U.S. on 8:30, right on the dot. 8:55, we do have the Red Book retail sales, and then at 10 a.m., we do have the Richmond Fed manufacturing activity. So I won't be able to trade the Richmond Fed manufacturing activity here in this channel. Instead, I will be trading over on Top Step TV live. So I do hope that you will join me there. Of course, in the Discord here, I will have that separate stream for you folks. So you'll get the real-time stream. You'll get the real-time audio. So if I'm in some really advantageous trades, I'm going to be talking about those specifically just to the Discord room, because I don't want to be cutting off anybody on the Top Step TV stuff. And as I continue to do those broadcasts, I'm going to get more and more experience. So want to make sure that I'm not talking over anybody. I'm not interrupting everybody. It's just difficult when you have so many cooks in the kitchen and I'm trying to trade some momentum, and I'd like to talk through my momentum trades. You folks who are in here all the time know I love to talk about my trades when they're in the moment, talk about exactly what I'm seeing on the tape, what I'm looking for in that moment. And, you know, it's a little bit overbearing for some. So I tend to have that audio channel exclusively just going out to the Discord instead of live to Top Step TV. Nice work there, Mr. Kofifi. 50, look at that. On a 150K, he's already up $5,300. Very, very nice. Oh boy, we know you like to talk. If you tune into talk radio, I mean, I'm old school. I used to listen to talk radio all the time. If you tune into talk radio, you certainly don't get a lot of dead air. So I like to give people that talk radio feel where you don't have a lot of dead air, you know? So I hope to see everybody live and direct on Top Step TV. How many years did it take you to become profitable? I'd say 2.5, 3 years, somewhere in that range. But it wasn't like I was insanely profitable about right out the gates. You know, it was more so getting to that plateau phase that changed everything for me. That's what gave me the confidence to be super duper profitable. Thanks a lot, Ripsy. Helped me to break my losing streak yesterday. First green day in a month. Hey, give it up there for Ardalinu. Andre, we'll call you Andre. Give it up there for Andre. I hate butchering people's names, especially when I'm trying to read them here on the fly. I need to make my text bigger because I'm losing my eyesight. I need to get some a new prescription or something. I'm losing my eyesight over here. Got a scalp in there at 482 and got out 491 on the 100K combine. Nice work there, the trader guy. What made you switch from small caps? Just garbage price action, dead in the water. And plus, you know, during COVID, it was easy pickings. And then, you know, 2022 was nice. 2021 was where it was peaking. 2022 was good, but I look for advantage trades. And if you have to work your tail off to, you know, and you're at the mercy of very shady book runners and very shady broker dealers, and they're doing some stuff behind the scenes that you wouldn't really believe, but they're doing it, and they have to make a dime too, and they're selling your order flow and doing all sorts of stuff that you don't know about. They're giving these book runners your account size, how much position you have on, what that represents on your account, where they're going to liquidate you if you go to that certain level. They're giving all that information to the folks who are running the books on these small caps, and you don't know it. And so I'd rather trade a much purer market where I'm not at the mercy of some coked up market makers in some room out there in some Caribbean country that are just running the jewels on you. So yeah, that's why I don't trade small caps anymore. It's a gamble and it's a waste of time. If you're trading small caps still, hey, hats off to you. If it's working for you, great, but it's just, it's not what I'd like to spend my time doing. How do the big traders do it? Well, there's people who have a lot of size on certain things, but you can see that even the big traders who are putting up $6 million days are now putting up, you know, $10,000 a day here and $20,000 a day here, but they're not sharing the rest of that there with you. A lot of those folks' P&L is just going kind of in a straight line because they'll make big money and then they'll get those profits zapped away there. So I mean, shorting small caps, there's a huge edge unless everybody's doing the same. I don't want to talk about small caps right now, but you know, my opinion is that I don't really trade small caps anymore. There's not much of an advantage there, and it's a huge waste of time. You're spending 8 hours to kind of roll the dice if this market maker is going to screw me over at the end of the day. So, but yeah, hey, you do you. If that's what's working for you, continue doing that. Continue rolling the dice. If I want to roll dice, I'm going to go to a craps table in Vegas. I'm not going to waste my time leaving my destiny up to some coked up market makers and some coked up broker dealers who are selling your order flow to those coked up market makers. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. So yeah, we are pushing up here. We are above this overhead supply. I'd rather trade futures where it's a much more pure market. And plus we don't have to put our own capital at risk, which is always a bonus. You don't have to worry about blowing $30,000 to one of those coked up broker dealers or coked up market makers that is running the jewels on you in your account. Is your supply level around 569? Mine's at 570. Mine is at 487. Are we talking about this up here? 569 flat. 569 flat. So yeah, we are kind of running up here. That 500 is going to be a nice whole number. Yeah, you can see right here, that red box right there is going to tell you what it is. So that's 569 flat there. So. But yeah, no trades on for me still. I'm going to be waiting for this data coming out in 7.5 short minutes here. All right, there's that sweep through 500. As bad as I want to put on a trade, I don't know. I'm not going to comment on any more small cap stuff, but you could take the information that I've provided and take with it what you will. But just think, if put it this way, if I don't even want to get into it anymore. We have futures traders in here. Let's talk futures. You can verify Philly Fed at 8:30. Yes, that is correct. Philly Fed non-manufacturing index activity. Sorry, not the index. The activity is coming out. Somebody should make a documentary on small caps and cocaine. What do you have on the shelf back there? Some infinite objects. Yes, infinite objects. That is correct. You nailed it, Beans. I'm not surprised that you know that either. That's awesome. Yeah, not a lot of people know that, but these are infinite objects, by the way. We have some cool ones. I like those things a lot. I'll show them sometime on stream there. Do I trade the MES along with MNQ? I trade the NQ. I don't trade the MNQ. I trade the NQ. But I don't see this. Where do you find it? Philly Fed. Let me just double check. Maybe everybody's reorganizing their schedule on me. Let's see. I don't know why that's not showing up for you folks. Yeah. Philly Fed non-manufacturing activity. Let me see if it's posted in the economic calendar here on this one as well. Yeah, that's weird. It's not showing on this one. Well, let's see. Let's see. I will be listening patiently here, but we should have that coming out. I also want to kind of jump into a long here since we are kind of pushing up and we're kind of building up that thesis. Let's see here if we have that right there is at 513. So we do have a little bit more room there to the upside. Suppose that we could find a trade here, but yeah, so that would be interesting. What's been your best trade in terms of P&L? I've had a 7-figure trade, 2 7-figure trades, maybe 3. Yeah, I know I can think of 2 of off the top rip here. I've had multiple 7-figure days, but singular trades. I know of 2 that I can think of off rip here. I have the Philly Fed at 10. I have the Richmond Fed at 10. Am I all jumbled here for some reason? It's a Tuesday, folks. Richmond Fed I'm showing at 10. Philly Fed, let me see. Where's the Philly? Philadelphia. Let's see. Manufacturing index, let's see. They're showing that. Yeah, maybe they did report that early. Maybe I have the wrong data on that, but yeah. Yes, you are confused. Well, my key data provider always never misses. I want to say that. They never miss, and they're telling me that data's coming out because it is Tuesday, right? Let me just double check. It is Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday all day long today. And I'm seeing at 8:30 U.S. January Philly Fed non-manufacturing activity. Let me ask. Let me go ahead and see here. I'm curious. Is this still at 8:30? I'm asking the news desk. Let's see. Leanne said that the USD will up, so NQ needs short. I'm not sure about that, man, unfortunately. Market Watch says nothing on calendar. Yeah, same thing for trading economics. I'm hammering the desk right now, and let's see what they have to say. Philly Fed at 10. So, yeah, for some reason, I have Richmond Fed at, it's correct, Philly Fed in 4. Hey, I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. Somebody's going to be right, and let's see if that information comes out or not. Ribs, can you briefly talk on your indicators and how you are using them? Really, I'm very light on indicators, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I see that too, Kofifi. I see that too. Does the MNQ equals the NQ as far as prices and such looks the same to me? Yeah, MNQ is basically if you want to trade the micros, NQ is if you want to trade the minis. You said you've had 7-figure trades. Yes, multiple 7-figure trades. One was GameStop. One was a short in Bitcoin futures. Market's trading like no news at 8:30. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you, but we're going to find out here in 3 short minutes. We're getting wild here in chat. Everybody's all over the place. Do you think that 17,438 could be a support zone? 438. Yeah, 433.5 down here. I think that's a nice support zone. And we'll have to see what happens if we crest back into this bullish order flow down here. So, yeah, markets are tuning up. I would have loved to have an entry down here or even down here, but I missed that entry. Would have loved to have an entry over 480, but that's kind of when I was getting live here on the stream, so kind of missed that. Richmond Manufacturing Index. Yeah, so I have the Richmond Fed, but the Philly Fed is the one we're looking at here. I watched Dumb Money last night about GME. I did not like Dumb Money personally. I did not like that film, but I liked all the documentaries prior to that coming out there. But yeah, let's see here. Hey, good morning, The Wiz. On my next combine, I'm going to base my strategy off YouTube trading shorts, but only the worst one. Well, good luck to you. Wish this market would stop going up. I'm trying to flip contracts, but gaining. Oh, no. Well, do it quick. Just do sell market, buy market. Do it in reverse. Just do it really, really quick. Savage got in at 492. Very, very nice. All right, let's see. Morning SLG. What is that for? I think it's, what is it? Skittering something gang. What is SLG? You got to let us know here, MC. All I know is that if I was up what he was, I would have had at least closed out half. Yeah, exactly. Hogue would only say it's cheap if there's structure to lean on that makes it cheap. What structure do you see here? Well, we're leaning into this potential overhead supply at 513 3/4, and we're at that whole number of 500 right now. So I want to see if data actually comes out at the bottom of the hour. We're going to know in about 90 seconds here. I'm curious, did you folks like Dumb Money? What was the consensus in here? We're at 200 likes, by the way. If we get to 300, we'll run a poll here. Buenos dias, Rips. Hoy aplastamos los futuros. Yeah, we're trading the futures here. That is correct. Oh, goodness. What's the news website you use again? Let me go ahead and drop that in chat here. Trading Economics, the calendar. Shorting GME and AMC. I thought Dumb Money was hilarious. Very, very nice. Yeah, I traded a lot of AMC. I was very actively trading AMC, and it was wild. You could fire in. I was trading 20,000 share clips in AMC when it was trading. It was a different universe. I had a hotkey that was for 20,000, 50,000. I had a hotkey for 10,000. I had to change the whole thing out, but yeah, it was crazy. It was nuts. It was a different time in the market. It was absolutely nuts. Of course, Rips speaks Spanish. Soy hablando español. I'm looking at VWAP bands and long wicks on a 500 tick ES chart. Talk Spanish. You folks are hilarious this morning. You folks are rowdy. It's a Tuesday. It's not even Friday. Everybody out there is feeling like it's a Friday. My goodness gracious. All right, let's see here. 10 seconds here until the data. Let's see if there's anything that comes out. I'm listening. I mean, the squawk desk told me, yes, it's on the calendar. Let's see here. Listening. Waiting. Wait, why is that not coming through? Don't tell me that we're not getting squawks here. But yeah, there it is. Hold on. Philly Fed non-manufacturing index, negative 3.7 versus a 6.3 prior. See, I wasn't crazy. I don't know why I'm not getting squawks though about it. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Squawks are back on. Jiminy Christmas. What's going on this morning? What's happening over here? Okay, we are coming back down. We swept liquidity towards that 513 3/4 level. So I wasn't crazy. The Philly Fed non-manufacturing regional index at negative 3.7 versus a positive 6.3 prior. So who was calling me crazy? Who was calling me nuts? Come on. Oh, goodness gracious. And I haven't even put a trade on it. And I feel like I'm losing my mind already. And let's see. We only have 237 likes. Come on, folks. Let's get this up to 300. I want to run a poll here. The NASDAQ is currently up about 0.25% here. So I do want to see, whether or not we are going to have, I'd love to see a poll in here. I'd love to see us kind of talk about where the NQ is going to land today. So I want to see if this is a weak pullback that we could add into. I'm watching here at this 500 level. There's some big liquidity up to the top side, but we're kind of taking it. Where's the data? Let me see. I mean, let me see if it came out anywhere else here. Did they publish it on Trading Economics? Let's see. It got published on just one of my news sources, by the way. There we go. No, they didn't publish it on anything, really. Interesting. Well, what are you going to do? Yeah, it's not, they didn't publish it on Trading Economics. New housing price index for Canada came at negative 0.9. All right, I want to see if we have a trade here at 500s. I'm watching here to see whether or not we have any kind of bids solidifying right around this 497.5. This is kind of the upper end of this volume shelf here. So I do want to see if we can possibly take a trade on this. Hey, Rips, does that 60% code work for existing users? It does. Take it all the way to checkout, and you'll see the biggest discount you get. So if you take it all the way to checkout, you don't have to click the buy button, but take it all the way to checkout, and you'll see exactly what the top discount is that you're getting there. So I'm going to try a long here as we kind of pulled back into that 500 area. And I want to see if we can hold these 500s. Remember, the next piece of data is the Redbook retail sales that are coming out. I'm going to add into that, actually. I want to try to get this back up over 505 and see if we can get this up jumping to that 513 area, 513 3/4. If we have that nice little burst of volume to the top side there, and if we hold this 497.5. So that's what I'm looking for here. We are a little bit extended, but I did like how we firmed up bids on that pullback here. So I want to see, again, my line in the sand is probably going to be right around this 494.25 area. And I do want to try to be aggressive in this. Simply because if we clear above VWAP, I do think that we will start to continue the trajectory back up to the top side here. So watching here right around 505, a little bit of an add there again at that 505 approach. Watching here very closely. Rips, are you on the Combine or the XFA account? Right now we're trading on a Combine. So I'm trading on a Combine for this encroachment over 505. If they're defending these 505s, we'll look for an exit plan. But right now I think that we will run through these 505s. So watching closely here. Apple, a little bit of a pause as well. There's that 505. I want to see a big sweep above 505 here. I want to see a big entertainment of liquidity to the top side here. Let's see if we can sweep this player at 505 3/4 now. And a little rejection there at 505. Not ideal for what we're looking for. Let's see this on this retest here. Yeah, let me zoom in a little bit here. I know we get this question a lot. There we go. So again, looking for this breakup above 505 here and seeing if we can get this nice push back up to the top side. This is kind of where I have a reset of the VWAP at 830. This is kind of where it's lying. So I want to see right at 505 if we are going to carry above that. Liquidity is rather low, but it just takes one player to kind of knock our socks off here in this trade. So we're just watching here above 505 now. Where are you finding these numbers coming out? I use various numbers of squawks, live news desks that I can chat with and kind of get the latest news that's coming out. So there's a push at that 505. I'm just watching the liquidity draw here. There's a push at the 505, but somebody's defending it. If we get through this defender, I think we will scream right up to 508, and I will look for appeal at this 508 area. So watching here right at this 508, watching very closely here. There's that push right up to 508. That's what I like to see. I'm going to try to take 3 off here at 508. See if we can actually hold right at this 507 now. So watching here very, very closely. And this is where I want it to push. Got 2 peeled off there. Tap, tap. There's 3. Leaving 4 as a runner. Watching here at 508 again. That's a mean head and shoulders. I agree with you. So there we go. Nice, nice push there. Watching here now at 510, do we start to really up jump the boogie here at this 510 level? Very, very nice. Watching here now at 512. Beautiful resolution right through the 12s. I'm going to take 2 off right here. We got 2 off. Moving my stop up just a little bit more there. Seeing if we can ride this through the 13s now. I have to be careful. We're talking about that 13 area. I have to be very, very careful at this level, of course. So if we can break on through this, this will be super juicy. You lost my respect. with a Kid Rock reference. No, that's not. You're thinking of ba with the ba, the bang, diggy diggy. That's a different Up Jump the Boogie. There's the Up Jump the Boogie is classic funk reference. Come on now. I do appreciate the Kid Rock call out. Is it Friday? Because you folks are cracking me up here all morning. It's like, you guys, this is the fun house in here. Peeling off one end of the ass. Let's see if we get a fill here. You folks are cracking me up. All right, peeled off one. We got one as a runner. We've realized 827 per account so far. Oh, goodness. You folks crack me up so much. I love our morning crew in here. Oh, there we go. There's the push. All right, I'm going to move my stop as we careen higher here. We're looking for that 523 to the upside. Moving my stop. Very, very nice if you folks caught this here. Very, very juicy trade. You love to see it, folks. You love to see it. Anybody else out there catch this beautiful ripper to the top side there? We caught that perfect dip right down to 500. Talked about the plan before the trade even went on, and by golly, we got it. We got it. And so if you caught that trade, go ahead and please drop a W in the chat here if you caught that trade there to the top side. This is not my live account. This is in 3 combine accounts, as I said earlier. Hey, look at that. We got W's in the chat. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Rips, can you explain the 30-second clock at the bottom? Some in YouTube are saying you were using a 30-second chart. No. So this chart over here, this is a 30-second chart. All right, this is the 30-second chart, but this is just so you can see each one of my executions. Because look, if we looked at, I'm actually trading over here on a 5-minute on my other screen. So look, here's the problem. We go to a 5-minute. It's more difficult for you to see exactly where I'm taking these trades, right? And look at this. We are jamming. We're jamming to the top side here. Move my stop 15 and a half there. But yeah, you can't really see my executions. But look, if we go to the 30-second chart, look at this. Look at this. Look at how granular we can get. We can see all of my ads. We can see where I'm taking off some for the price action there. Come on. I like that way more there. That's better for me. I like that so much more. I opened my computer right when he trimmed and I bought one contract. Whoop, whoop. Let's go, Blitz. Way to go. Look at this. Screaming Willie Beeman to the top side here. I'm going to move my stop up a little bit more there. 18 and a quarter. And there we have it. Look at this, folks. What a beautiful, beautiful move here. Just ripping on to the top side. Love to see those W's in chat here. And hey, look, all you need is one good trade. One good trade to kick your day off. That's all you need. Look at that. We were running right into our level here, by the way. Look at this. First rejection right at our level there. Oh, my goodness. What made you get in alongside? We talked about that early on when we were putting the trade on. We talked about what we're looking for. We're looking for a dip and a hold at those 500s if we had the order flow suggesting that we're holding at those 500s. We were looking for a trade alongside. And there we go. Like MC says, we got a nice little ripacito. MC, what does SLG stand for? It's skittering long gang, or you got to help me with this one. The SLG. I'm sure you already said it, but I missed it. Wow, Kofifi up $3,100. Sack lunch gang. Here we go.
That's what we call a sack lunch.
That's right. We call it a sack lunch. I shouldn't be this giddy in the mornings. This is crazy. I mean, I'm not even drinking coffee right now. Oh, goodness. Sack lunch king. I just got a really good idea for a shirt. So, by the way, if you missed yesterday's show, we're having two shorts. Can't speak. We're having 2 shirts that are coming out. 2 shirts that are coming out for everybody here in the clubhouse. It's going to be a very limited release, but I promise you, these are not going to be lame shirts. These are not going to be like, oh, Market Clubhouse and a little logo. Maybe we'll do those in the future if there's enough for that. But these are going to be very cool, very designed shirts. We took the age group we looked at the data for the age group of people who are tuning in, and most of you folks are actually around the same age, and it's actually weighted towards the more mature crowd, which is great. So if you're a youngster here in the chat, you're actually the minority here, and we have a lot of mature folks in here, a lot of folks that were born in the 80s, maybe the early 90s and the 70s, and maybe even the late 60s. But yeah, we have a lot of folks in here, and I have some really cool designs that we have some designers that are working on right now that I think these shirts are going to be the kind of shirts that you can just throw on and people are going to be like, wow, that's a great shirt. So we're having 2 shirts that are going to be dropping, and we have we're going to have also a mug that is coming out. But that's just to start. That's the very first drop that we have coming out. And this drop, the theme of the drop is vintage. So I think that you folks are really going to enjoy this one. So we still have this trade on here, and we still are getting paid for this dang thing. We might keep this lot on all through Top Step TV, by golly. We might just leave the whole dang thing on, right? Trader Page is 150 years old. My goodness. What is going on here? We have a 150-year-old here in the chat. Give it up for Trader Page, 150 years old. My goodness. FX was born in 1907. Oh, my goodness gracious. What did they put in the coffee this morning? Everybody's out of their mind. Can we add to this? Me personally, I'm just happy to get stopped out at 18 and a quarter. We are getting very extended here. If we're looking over here, we have a very strong level at these 23s. So, I mean, I'm filled with euphoria right now. I'm not going to add to this unless, if you had a clear basing out here at the 20s, you want to kind of risk 20s going up to 37 and a half. Maybe that's a trade there. Rips, are you the youngest here? No. Everybody thinks I'm so young, and I appreciate that. But no, I'm not young. Not actually. I wish I was still, but to give you a guess, my party days were 20 years ago. If that gives you any, if that gives you any kind of idea at how old I am. But my age range is not young to a little bit older. Can we poll? Sure, let's do that for a poll. Let's see here. You partied at 7. Hey, I appreciate it. If you folks are saying I'm young, that's a good thing. I like that. Let's do a poll. You guys want to do this instead of the NQ poll? What is Rip's age? Let's do, let's see, 18 to 25, 26 to 35, 36 to 42, 43 to 55. And that's the most I could do. All right. So I'm not over 55, but there we go. Let's run the poll here. Somebody said higher than 55. Let's see what the poll comes in. Everybody was saying that I was young, but look at it. Hey, 36 to 42. Look at that. That's the leader right now. 43 to 55 coming in hot with 35% here. Voice of 55. Oh, man. Hey, Ribs, love the stream. How do I get the Discord? This is a good question. I'll drop the link for you right here. Come try it out for 7 days. See if it's a good fit. We have so many fun people in here. We have a great community. I make no promises that if you come into the group that you're going to make money. I would never make that promise. Somebody reached out. I have a chat support team. There's live 24/7 chat support on our site. And if you chat into them, you're not talking to me. Everybody thinks you're talking to me. I'm a very busy guy. I can't chat to you on the chat support. But if you message in, I got a message from my support team. Somebody was asking, they said, what do we say when somebody asks if you can help them pass their combine? And they said, I never, ever, ever say anything along those lines. And again, I will preface, if you are joining the Discord, I make no promises. If you think that I'm promising that you're going to come in here, you're going to find some magic ticket, that you're going to become a better trader, it's just, I'm sorry, I can't make any promises like that. What I can say is a couple things that I can assure you of. Number one, you will get a zero latency live stream, which is this live stream that you're viewing right now. If you're viewing it on YouTube, you will get, and I just got stopped out. Look at that. That's why we use stops. So what does that put us up on the day here? Let's go ahead and have a gander. That's going to put us up here. $3,300, triple threes on the line there. 33.30 and 54 cents on the day on one single trade here, folks. If you caught that, I love to see it. That is good stuff right there. It's good stuff right there. Good stuff right there. So yeah, back to what I was saying. The promise that I can make here is again, I'm never going to say you're going to come in a Clubhouse and you're going to be profitable. I'm never going to say crap like that. It's just because it's just not true. I can't make that promise. I don't know how hard you're going to work at this. I don't know if you're going to find value in what we have, but I can't make these promises. Number one, there's a zero latency live stream. That is between 3 accounts here. We're all about transparency over here, right? We are all about transparency. So we go ahead and move it on over. Here we go. There it is. Look at that. In 3 combine accounts, there it is, $1,100 in each one there. Lovely stuff. Okay, so I can make the promise that there is a zero latency live stream. There's absolutely zero latency. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a little bit of lag. Sometimes it's 1 second, sometimes it's 5 seconds. And there's that promise right there. Number 2, we have a webinar archive, but there's nothing fancy pants about the stuff that I talk about in the webinar archive. In fact, you could probably find everything I talk about in books, in other YouTube videos, in anything else. There's nothing special about what I'm teaching, but I'm teaching it my way. I mean, if I was saying like, I invented Wyckoff, I'm a crazy person, right? Kind of like somebody out there who pretends that they invented the Wyckoff stuff. But yeah. I don't make any promises that you're going to find some special magical thing in the webinar archive or any of the webinars that I teach, but I do promise that we have a wonderful community. I do promise that we have zero latency on the live stream. You can access the webinar archive, and I do promise that you can come check it out for $7 for 7 days. And if you like it, hey, stick around. And if it's not your cup of tea, you're out $7 and you got to see all the webinars for that cost, and you got to see everything you wanted, right? Every single thing that you wanted there. So I say, come check it out. But again, I'm never, somebody said, hey, if I join your Clubhouse, and this is from the chat support, they said this to me, if I join the Clubhouse, will you help me pass my combine? I don't know. That's you. You're pressing the buttons. I can't make that promise there. Shaw says there's no such thing as zero latency. Be careful. You know what I'm saying. You know, YouTube has multiple seconds of latency. You're probably going to get a 30 millisecond latency on Discord there. Do you have a book you recommend? Yes, I do. I have 2 of them here. Well, I have multiple, but these are the ones I would stick with. Markets in Profile, and Mind Over Markets. There you go. I would recommend those 2 right there. Let's go ahead and end the poll here. Let's see. The poll is ending, and the results are 52% say 36 to 42, 32% say 43 to 55. Only 12% said 26 to 35. I thought you folks were saying I was 18 to 25. Nobody thinks I'm 18. That's good. That's a good thing there. What am I reading right now? I'm reading Jack Schwager's, which one is it? Number 7? I'd have to look into my Kindle thing, but I'm reading the most recent futures section of Market Wizards, and it has Peter Brandt was in the first one. And it's just so good. I love it because it's kind of like, it's sort of like, it's fun. You know, it's not so technical. If you're reading Mind Over Markets, you have to read a page and it takes like 5 minutes to read a page because there's so much information packed in. But it's a fun read. If you haven't read any of the Market Wizard series, it's a good one. It's by Jack Schwager, but it's the one that has a lot of futures traders in it. And I think it's the most recent one. It's very, very good. Peter Brandt is in it. That's how you know if you're reading the same one. Bro, what position size would you recommend for a micro in the NQ in a 100K account? What's the average stop loss for your trade? So my stop loss, I always put on a 60 tick stop loss, but you can see like the trade that we took here, I'm moving it almost immediately. I'm moving it to an area of the structure that makes sense. When I saw that 500s were holding, I moved it right up to, I think, 492. You have to go back and check the tape. But yeah, that's what I do. 60 ticks, but I move it straight away. Then reading Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke. Oh yeah, Annie Duke, poker player. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely there, D-Rocker, and thanks for being here. Are you using a 5-minute? So this right here is the 15-minute chart. I use a 15-minute to find trades, or 30-minute, 60-minute, 4-hour. And I'm trading off of a 5-minute over here. And then with the screen that you folks see right here, this is a 30-second chart, just so you can see each one of my executions, because we're all about transparency in here, right? We want to see every single one of the executions that I took here. You can see right there, there's my buy, there's my ads, there's my first takeout, and then we had the final lot there coming off on that stop loss. So, hey, there you go. We have full transparency in this stream, and you want to make sure that if you're watching somebody, they also are sharing full transparency in all of their trades there. So, but yeah, that's putting us up on the day. $3,300 copied across 3 combine accounts, and hey, that's a nice trade for me. That's what I like to see. Let's run a quick poll in here, by the way, for the NQ. Does the NQ end the day up or down? Up, down, or unchanged? There we go. And then we can say, I have no idea. There we go. All right, vote away. Your votes are anonymous. Let's see. Ribs, how many years have you been trading? 10 years. I opened my first brokerage account in either 2013 or 2014. I want to get that trade, that very first big trade that I took on JNUG or JDust. I want to get that from I'm going to call them and see if I can get a copy of that statement so I can share exactly what that trade was, because I think it'd be a lot of fun to trade. But that was in 2013 or 2014 when I took that trade. But that's when I started trading. So I just say a decade. It's around that time. I opened my first options account, I think in 2014 or 2013. I have to go back and check. I posted it on my Twitter. But it's one of those days. You didn't say who was correct in the last poll. Did you notice that? That was by design. Well, I'll tell you that you folks were close. I'll leave you with that. You folks were close. Should do a poll to see how long these people in here have been trading for. That's a good one. Testing 500 again. Let's see. Hi, Ribs. What site do you use for earnings calendar? We posted that earlier. I'll post it again for you here. Oh, earnings calendar. Sorry about that. Earnings Whispers on their great follow here on Twitter. Going to link their account right here. I say if you've been trading for 3 years or less, you're just beginning your journey. That's how I feel about things, because I started to turn the corner at 3 years, right around 3 years. That's when I started to turn the corner. So yeah, I would say 3 years is when you kind of things start to really click. Those first 3 years is just kind of like, you're going crazy. And for me, it was a lot of tilt and a lot of anger and a lot of frustration. That was my first couple years, at least, with trading. I thought, that first couple weeks of trading, I was like, man, this is easy. This is the easiest thing I've ever done. Yeah. So what book am I reading? I'm reading Market Wizards. I think it's number 7. Why don't we check? Let's see. Which one I'm reading. Wizards. I'm reading, maybe it's Wiley Trading Book 73, Market Wizards top, or is it Unknown? Maybe it's the Unknown one. Unknown Market Wizards, the best traders you've ever heard of. Maybe it's that one. I don't remember. I ordered all 3 of them at the same time. So I love the Market Wizards series, but yeah. Did you ever go bankrupt? No, I did not. I actually had the funding that I had for my trading back when I started was from my other businesses. So I was fortunate enough to be able to lose money and pay a market tuition using the money that, I've been very blessed in life. I've been very, very lucky in my life. I was able to use the money that I was generating from my other companies that were very profitable to able to fund trading accounts that I could then just blow away, which was terrible. But yeah, I paid an expensive market tuition. I'm at 3 now. It's a psychological game that I'm overcoming now, learning a lot on how to deal with my emotions while trading. And that's what you'll find. That's what you will find, is that through trading, your emotional state is a lot of what you do. You'll learn that setups are setups. You can find setups pretty easily. It's about how you handle your emotional state once the trade is on there. Let's see here. Rips, do you find Dome as a must or must have or just nice to? No. If you're trading futures, you need the depth of market. Make no bones about it. I mean, there's probably some successful traders out there who are, I tell this story a lot, but I have some friends where we'll go out to dinner, and these are very, very successful traders, 7-figure traders, 8-figure traders, very successful traders. And they don't even know how to calculate the tip. They can't do basic math. And I'm not even kidding. Like, dead serious. And they're great. They're such nice people. They're very, very nice people. But, there's probably somebody out there who's a killer who doesn't use the Dome. But for me personally, I definitely like using the Dome and time and sales. And now I use Bookmap, which has all of that kind of built in there. 2 minutes before the data. Yeah, we have Redbook retail sales coming out here in 30 seconds here. How big was your losses when you started futures, when you were starting futures? I mean, definitely up there, I had some big losing trades to start with NQ because I was oversizing and I didn't realize how big for my britches I was getting there. Rips, what do you do in your spare time, downtime to recharge from the markets? I spend a lot of time with my room, believe it or not. I'm spending a lot of time. It's a busy room, so I get a lot of DMs and I'm answering those a lot. But outside of that, I spend time with friends or family, and I try to unwind doing that. I like to spend time outside, experiencing nature. Redbook retail sales coming out here. Plus 5.2%, is that right? Hold on. I'm just hearing this in my ears here. Let's see. 5.4% year over year. What was the prior read? I want to see the month to date. What was the prior? It's coming across the wires here. Come on, Bloomies. Why do you lag sometimes? It's so crazy. Does your family trade? No, nobody in my family does. Not that I'm aware of, at least. Maybe somebody does secretly. I turned a couple friends onto trading, and what's funny is I made my friend about $1.5 million in about a week of trading back in COVID days. And it only took them about 6 days to then lose all $1.5 million, believe it or not. that was the biggest boom and bust I created out of my friends there. Yeah, 25 contracts is big, but when you're first starting futures and you don't know what you're doing, it didn't seem like a lot at the time. At least when I was trading, it didn't seem like a lot. What indicator indice do you use to track that dollar, and how does it correlate with trading futures? You use the DXY. I don't really watch the dollar all that much. I'm more focused on the Mag 7 because we're trading NQ. Does your family have good hair like you? I don't know. Maybe on my mother's side. Maybe I think so. I would think so, right? I would think so. It doesn't stand out to me or anything, but I would think so. Are they still your friend? Oh yeah. We still talk markets all the time. I still razz him about that. Yeah, I still talks back to him about that. I say, hey buddy, he's still gambling in the markets over there. But it's funny, he's the kind of guy who he'll fill up an account with, like 15, 20 grand trading options, cash account. And then, he'll make like, 20, 30, $50,000 and then it's gone. Like he's that kind of person. He likes to bet sports. He's one of those guys. He's very well to do, so it doesn't really affect him, but he has fun. Let's see here. Yeah, we're going to be going live on Fast Markets here in just about 30 minutes, folks. And I don't know that I'm going to take any trades from up here. These are such weird questions. Does your family have good hair? Hey, I'm here to answer questions. I'm a man of the people. I'm here to answer any questions you folks have. And, we took some great trades already. We took some great trades. So I'm having fun over here. I mean, look at this. Did we nail that or did we nail that? I mean, there's your pullback. There's your entry. There's your top side. Come on. I feel like that's a dang good trade right there. That's about as good as it's going to get, right? Come on. My first day trading futures, I made over 5K and thought, man, this is easy. Lost it all the next day. I have a very similar story, but when I was trading ETFs, but yeah. What was your pivot point in trading? Oh my goodness. Look at that little flushacito there. Oh my. Look at this. Holy smokes. Look at that. Oh my, and this is on no news. This isn't even 9 a.m. liquidity injection here. What's the best way to establish emotional control? Time in the market. Time in the market, and you repeat it so many times, your mind starts to realize that one trade isn't that one trade. You have so many more trades in your future. That really was what it was, That's really what it was. It's just, you get banged up enough. Really, you get banged up enough, and you realize, hey, it's not so bad. I've had worse... I'm not going to say it, but, I can't find the $7 deal. It's right here. Right here. It's right there. Losing $1 million in 6 days off trades, I would have just pulled it all out. I know, right? I told, what's funny is I told him, I said, stop. I said, take out 1.25. You're going to still have $250,000 to trade. Take it out right now. And he goes, no, I'm fine. I'm going for 10. I said, you're going for 10. Good luck, buddy. And then he stopped asking me for my advice. That was the funny thing. I told him the exact setup to trade and exactly what to do. He went crazy on a trade and made big bucks. And then I told him, hey, take out 1.25. He didn't listen to me. And then he just went off on his own. He's like, oh, this is easy. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect. We talk about that a lot here, but I was too mesmerized by your voice and couldn't manage to wiggle in that trade. That's okay, Carl Hungus. We'll get into the next one there. Just came across your channel. I trade very similar to you, but still not where I want to be. How could I join your trading room on real time? I posted it right above. There's Nightbot. They posted that. They said 0 latency live stream, educational webinar archive, access to the private Discord community, and more. Get instant access for just $7. And then you click that link. But yeah, that's how you get on in here. And so yeah, I'm going to be getting prepared here for our Top Step TV. We got 30 seconds here to the top of the hour liquidity. I do want to see this injection of liquidity. Let's see if this gives us anything here to trade. Yeah, take out 500K. I tried to tell, but you have to understand, it's Dunning-Kruger. He thought, and it's funny because I told him the exact trade, when to scale out, how to do the trade, exactly what to do. And then he just went off on his own for the next 6 days. And then I asked him, he's like, oh, it's bad. It's bad, Rips. I said, how bad? Come on, it couldn't be that bad. You lost like 100K or something. There's your 9 a.m., by the way, little dipacito. Let's see. Lagarde is talking. Is that right? Is Lagarde actually speaking right now? Can anybody confirm? Somebody's talking about Lagarde in my ears right now. You talking is what gets more viewers to Top Step TV. Hey, I love that. Yeah, look up the Dunning-Kruger study. Exactly. That's what it was. Dunning-Kruger for sure. That is what I don't like about the Dumb Money movie. They never sold. Yeah. Ribs, you haven't told us how old you are, and I'm going to keep it that way for now. We're going to leave the mystere in play for at least the time being. I'll let you guys know eventually, I'm sure. $300 away from blowing my account. What do you recommend me? Trade the micros. Don't trade the minis. Trade the micros and wait for a very good setup. Wait for the price to come to you. Don't try to chase the price around. Your buddies call you Rips as well? Yeah, everybody calls me Rips. I love that name, Rips. It's a sweet name. Come on. It's like Sting or Cher or Madonna. It's Rips. Oh, I love it. I love it. Are we pumped up for Top Step TV, folks? Are we pumped up for Top Step TV? I know I am. I'm excited to get on there, and maybe we'll take some trades. Maybe we'll just talk about whether we prefer dark roast coffee, medium roast coffee, waffles or pancakes, blueberries or strawberries. We'll figure it out. Alrighty, folks, we've had some fun here. Let's end the poll here. We are currently up 0.22% in the NQ here. We're up 0.14% in the ES. You folks said for the NASDAQ here, does it end the day up or down? 48% said up. 23% said down. 23% said I had no idea. I love the honesty. I love the honesty, folks. And 3% say unchanged. Not a lot of frisky folks in here. But yeah, there you have it. There you have it, folks. So I'm going to be locking up the stream here. We did have 900 of you folks, probably 1,000 of you folks tuning in. If you tune in tomorrow, we might have a giveaway because it's Wednesday and I love Wednesdays. It's Wild Wednesday, right? Wild Wednesday. So if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you drop a thumbs up on the video. I do appreciate the likes. If you're watching this at a later time, or even if you want to do me a favor and help me out with the YouTube algorithm and spread the love of the Market Clubhouse, just go ahead and leave a comment on the stream. You know, the stream's going to end here in about 2-3 minutes. Go back and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the stream. Rips, it sucked. I hated this thing. Or Rips, it was great. I loved it. Whatever you felt about the stream, leave a comment because it helps the YouTube algorithm out and it helps the video get suggested, the stream get suggested to more people, and it grows our family here together here on the morning stream. So I really do appreciate it. But folks, you know where to catch me. It's going to be on Top Step TV. I'm going to drop the link for you right here. Give me a moment here. Drop the link here in chat. And look at that. They have 677 folks in here. Let's give them an old Market Clubhouse raid. And if you're going to join me over in chat, tell them that you traded with me this morning. Tell them that you saw the trade in real time. Because there's some folks who are like, oh man, here comes Rips again. He made that profit in front of nobody. I disagree. We made it in front of 1,000 people here this morning. So back me up on that one, chat. Be my friends here in chat. And yeah, you only trade till 9 a.m.? No, I'm going on Top Step TV. I got to prepare for that. Usually we'll trade until about 10 or 10:30, depending on what the price action is. But on the Top Step TV appearances, these are the ones where I got to skitter on over into Top Step TV and get prepared for that. But if you're here in the Discord, don't go anywhere. We'll do a quick little wrap. I appreciate everybody joining me here for the YouTube live stream. We will be back live tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp, and I hope I'll join you folks there. And I hope to see you in Top Step TV in about 30 minutes. All right, folks, good luck today if you are going to trade. I'll see you folks in a little bit. Discord members, family members, don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a minute.